On the pod today, we are happy to welcome back our friend, organizer and activist, Ady Barkan. Ady, there's a good amount moving at the state level on healthcare right now. Virginia's House of Delegates has moved to expand Medicaid. Finally, the state Senate is considering a bill there. Organizers have ballot initiatives and motion in Utah, Nebraska, Idaho to expand Medicaid. What is your sense of how important an issue healthcare is to the voters and to the people on the ground that you're talking to, and how important the issue will be in this race in 2018?
So the polling shows that healthcare is the number one issue, more than Mueller and Russia, more than jobs and the economy, more than rent and housing affordability. Folks are worried about their access to healthcare, and no wonder, right? They're paying attention. The Republican Party prioritized two bills at the federal level in 2017. One to destroy the healthcare system in America. We beat that back. And the other to enrich the billionaires by taking away healthcare from struggling families and destabilize the insurance market. And that one passed because folks like Susan Collins were beholden to their donors. So voters see that, they're worried about it, and it's a voting matter for them. That's why this Arizona race is the perfect distillation of these issues. We have an amazing, brilliant doctor running on a progressive platform, including Medicare buy-in for all, and she really understands the system. And I was there listening to how she answered questions in front of the Chamber of Commerce, a hostile environment in a red district, and she was defending a very bold progressive agenda and doing it in ways that appeals to the business owners and the conservatives and the senior citizens who she was talking to. So she's a A-plus candidate, and she's running against someone who either doesn't know that her party's agenda is to unravel our health insurance system or is too dishonest to admit it. So this race captures everything perfectly. Oh, and as I said, it's in a district with tons of senior citizens for whom this is the number one issue. So it's a crucial race, and it's by winning this race or even making it tight, we can highlight for the whole country leading up to November why healthcare is the winning issue for Democrats. Yesterday, guys, I had one of the most amazing political experiences of my life. I went down to the Georgia 8th District, and it's rural Georgia, where Richard Dean Winfield is running on a robust agenda of including a federal jobs guarantee, a high minimum wage tied to productivity, free child care and elder care, and we went door to door in a white trailer park in rural Georgia in a black public housing complex, and I've never seen such impressive responses at the doors. And people didn't say, wait, how are you going to pay for the jobs guarantee? Or how are you going to convince Republicans to support it? They just liked the idea that everyone who wants to work should get to work, and that minimum wage should allow people to support and raise a family with dignity. And as you may know, Senator Gillibrand in New York has recently come out for a jobs guarantee. So my question to you guys is, what do you think about it? And how do you think we could build support for it over the next couple of years, so that if we in fact have landslides in 2018 and 2020, we might be able to even enact it in 2021.
I love the idea. I think a jobs guarantee is fantastic. I've been doing this other podcast about the future of the Democratic Party, Ady, and one of the episodes is about the economy and economic policy, and I talked to a whole bunch of people about, what are some of the big ideas for Democrats to run on in 18 and 20, and I had a lot of people from across the spectrum, the left side of the spectrum, from, folks at CAP to folks further on the left, who all talked about a jobs guarantee is probably one of the biggest, boldest ideas that we could put out there. And there's so much work that needs to be done, and especially as you know, right, there's work that needs to be done in growing sectors like healthcare and education. And, we can sort of like, it's a lot of people are talking about universal basic income. And I always think that universal basic income could work in tandem with a jobs guarantee. But for a lot of people, it's even more important that they have work, that they have some sense of dignity that work provides. And because we have so much work that needs to be done in this country, from infrastructure to healthcare to education, this really could make a huge difference in people's lives. Dan, what do you think about the political support? I'll let you answer that one.
Well, first, I think it's a really good idea and one that should be explored. As a party in a country, frankly, the economy has changed, and yet our economic solutions have stayed the same for basically decades now. And we need to address the fact that so many of the sort of what used to make up the core jobs that would give you a middle-class life don't exist either through globalization or automation, et cetera. The politics are, like, who knows how the politics are? And we probably shouldn't care. What we need to do is talk about it and run on it. And if we do that, you have to go make a case to the country. And so you need people who believe in it to run on it. And like what I know will not work is for Democrats to secretly be for a federal jobs guarantee and then win a landslide election and then decide they want to implement a federal jobs guarantee. You have to create a political context for it. And I think the experience that you had in that district in Georgia speaks to the possibilities for a bold populist economic agenda for the party, of which this could really be a piece. But we're only going to get it done if we make a real case for it and convince the American people that it's the right thing to do.